Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated in memory of Masha Bas Bat Sheva. We have stuff coming up this week. Monday is a Soul Circle Hamantash Bake. If you haven't signed up yet, don't wait. As well as Monday ends the early bird for the YJP Perm Western. So if you haven't grabbed your tickets yet, don't wait. It's going to be awesome. I want to wish a huge YJP Mazel Tov to Evan and Erica Lerner on the birth of their little baby girl this week. Emuna Laila, may you raise her with lots of health, happiness, and tons of Jewish nachas. This week's Torah portion, Parshat Mishpatim, has many commandments, many laws in it. One of the more well-known ones is the prohibition against mixing milk and meat together. Right? No matter what level of practice, what level of kosher somebody practices, the cheeseburger is pretty well known as being what we call treif, prohibited. And while this commandment is what we call a chok, we do it just because God told us to, without any rationale. Torah, in its infinite wisdom, does give us beautiful insight into this mitzvah so that we can connect to it on a deeper basis. So I want to share with you what Kabbalah says about milk and meat. Kabbalah shares is that everything in this physical world has a spiritual component to it as well. Milk and meat included. Milk, Kabbalah tells us, is representative of the characteristic of chesed, of kindness, while meat is representative of the characteristic of gvura, of judgment and discipline. You could actually see this also in their physical characteristics a little bit. Milk is white and it's very soft, has a soft color to it, while meat is red, and which is a lot more aggressive in its nature. And therefore, because they have different spiritual sources, very opposite, right? Kindness and discipline, mixing them would be problematic. And this also lends itself to another law within kosher, with a powerful lesson. And that law is as follows. We know that you can't mix milk and meat, but what about eating them one after another? Let's say you have a glass of milk, and then you want to have a pastrami sandwich. So actually the wait time in between milk and meat is pretty short. Our custom is to wait an hour, some people wait even less, a half hour. Whereas if you eat a pastrami sandwich and then you want to have a cup of milk, the wait is a lot longer. For example, we wait 6 hours. Why is that? Why is there this difference between what you eat first and the wait time that follows? And there's a powerful lesson here. And that is our baseline when it comes to our relationships, whether it's with our spouses, our colleagues, our children, anybody we know. Our default has to be kindness. It has to be love. If the default for our relationship is one of kindness, based on kindness, then when there are moments where discipline is needed, when there are moments where consequences are needed, it will go down easier. It will be productive criticism. Whereas if the baseline for our relationships is discipline, and that is our baseline, judgment, discipline, criticism, it's going to take a long time before kindness can even be introduced, before kindness can even be accepted. And this is the lesson that, one of the beautiful lessons from kosher, is that we have to have a baseline of kindness. Have a glass of milk. Make that the baseline for your relationship so that even when there is a time where a constructive criticism is needed, it will be constructive. Shabbat Shalom.